Here's your forecast first from Fox 11 meteorologist Phil DeCastro.
Things are fairly dry for right now, but if you notice just off towards our southwest, there are some rain showers that are starting to edge up into the state. I do think, however, will be not until later on in the morning hours, or later on in the overnight hours and towards the early morning, that we start to see any sort of precipitation. Your forecast first, well, we're not going to be getting too chilly overnight. I think only down to an overnight low of 54 before we start to rise again towards morning. That's because the first round of showers and storms we'll see will be along a warm front. That helps to get our temperatures back up into the 70s tomorrow. But the fact that we dry out, we might see a little bit of sunshine during the middle parts of the day. It'll set the stage for the second round of storms later on in the day, and that, I think, is what has the potential here to be severe and to bring us some pretty rocky weather. I've got the severe weather index at moderate because tonight I don't think we're going to be seeing any severe storms. They could be strong, dumping some heavy rains, with some rumbles of thunder in there as well. Again, it's later tomorrow that I think we've got the real threat to see the severe weather. And that is your weather story, that we will be seeing thunderstorms as we move on through the overnight hours tonight and then again tomorrow afternoon. Here's what your future track looks like. Those rains finally push in around 4 or 5 in the morning. Again, we could see some scattered rumbles of thunder, maybe a little bit of small hail from time to time. And then things kind of quiet down in the early afternoon before they start to refire. You see those spots of green and yellow popping back up during the late afternoon around dinner time. And then we'll see a line move on through as a cold front pushes by later on in the evening. For right now, though, not seeing any of that. Just fairly clear skies are what being reported. We do actually have some clouds higher up in the atmosphere that some of those automated sensors don't do too well picking up on at night. But as you can see, those clouds have rolled on overhead. Most of the active weather still well off towards our southwest. And actually, some pretty dangerous storms still rolling through parts of Kansas. I don't think anything we see will be quite as strong as what they're seeing, but the same air is going to be pushing into our neck of the woods. Temperatures very warm down that way, 74 in Kansas City, 76 in Tulsa, and the dew point's also rising. A dew point of 62 in Kansas City, 63 Tulsa, and that moist air already pushing up towards the Quad Cities with a dew point up in the 60s. So that's going to all be combining forces to bring us that severe weather tomorrow. So here's a bit of a wider view on your future track. Again, there's that first round of showers and storms moving on through in the morning hours. That's going to be riding up over a warm front that we'll see gradually lift off towards our north over the course of the day tomorrow. From there on out, we do see that clearing before later on in the day the cold front swoops on through. That's actually running out ahead of the low pressure center at that point. That's going to bring through the second round of thunderstorms. Then the low finally starts to roll its way on through our neck of the woods later on through Monday night. And that's going to bring in some colder air as we move on through the day on Monday. Your forecast for tonight, 54 degrees, those increasing clouds, and then showers and storms later on tomorrow. Dry during a midday period, and then we'll see those potentially severe storms later on in the day before we cool off quite a bit on Monday. Temperatures dropping throughout the day, and could actually see a snowflake or two mix in through the north woods. I don't think it's going to be anything accumulating, but just goes to show you how multifaceted this system is going to be. Temperatures gradually moderate then as we move on through the rest of the week. But again, all eyes really are on the later portions of the day tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Phil.